Hello students, welcome back to my channel again, and in this video I'm gonna discuss three important and latest IELTS speaking topics that are most repeated in the recent IELTS exams, and I hope in the upcoming IELTS exams these questions are definitely going to get repeated. So students, in this video I will discuss questions related to these three topics and will give you hints and ideas how you can answer these questions. Let's get started the video and see what are these three topics. Let's have a look at what these topics are. As we are going to discuss part 1 in this video, you need to be aware about the two important things that are really very important in the speaking section part 1. So what are these things? The first thing is that your answers must be short, because part 1 questions are not lengthier, they do not demand the lengthier answers, so you always have to give concise and accurate answer. Number second is student answer should always be relevant to the question, which means you don't have to give any extra information here. Let's discuss what are the topics that I'm going to discuss here. The first topic is noise, number second is notes, and the number third, chores. So these are the latest topics that my students were asked questions on these topics. So that's the reason I'm discussing these topics with you, so that you could give an accurate and relevant answer in the IELTS speaking test. So let's start. What kind of questions can we see in the topic of noise? First, we have the topic noise. I have taken 4 questions. You can also create many other questions related to this. First question is, do you live in a noisy area? So noisy area means where there is a too much noise, there is no any serene or the peaceful environment. So here you can answer in two ways. First of all, you can say yes, I live in a noisy area. Even you can also say that no, I don't live in a noisy area. What is the vocabulary, idea, and way of answering in this question? First of all, if you want to give a positive or the answer in the yes, obviously when you live in an urban area there is a huge traffic, you hear the horns of the vehicles, so you can say yes, I live in a city and it's a very noisy area because there is a huge traffic on the roads, you have to hear the horns on regular basis. You can also say that no, I don't live in a noisy area. So if you want to say that you don't live in a noisy area, you can say that I live in a village, because in the villages there is usually no noise and they are very serene, there is very peaceful environment. So you can answer in the both ways. You can say yes, I live in a noisy area, or you can say no, I don't live in a noisy area, but you should have options and ideas for both. So second question is, how often do you overhear other people's conversations? There are some people who are talking with each other, so you sometimes hear them unintentionally. You don't have any intention to hear them, but you unintentionally hear their voice or what they are talking about. So this means to say overhear. This is not common, but at the same time, sometimes we overhear the conversations of others. So this is very common at the public places. Sometimes you may have heard in the buses many people talk very loudly on their mobile phones, or sometimes they talk with each other very loudly due to the noise in the bus or the train. So places you can say yes, it's very common to overhear the conversation of other people. Even you can say no, happens quite rarely, means it sometimes happens in our life. So you can answer in both ways. So it's not quite common to hear overhear the conversations of the people on the regular basis. Yeah, sometimes whenever I have to travel by using buses or trains, then this is very quite common, because people in the public places or the buses usually conversate loudly. In these kind of situations, I unintentionally overhear the conversations of others. So next question is, would you like to live in a quieter place? So who doesn't want to live in a quieter place? Yes, of course, you can say, yeah, that's my dream. I always want to live in a quieter place. The reason is that I'm a worker and I have to deal with a lot of work during that comes very stressful for me. In order to stay relaxed and keep my mind calm, I always want to live in a quieter place. And I think living in a rural area would be a good option for me, because there is no any traffic. So if I get a chance, I would like to live at a quieter place. So next question is, where are the noisiest places in your country? So how can we identify the noisier places? This is not quite common. So we can say commonly urban areas with huge traffic are very we can say very noisiest places, because there is a traffic, there are many vehicles on the roads, Even there are some industries or factories who are running, which are running always. So there are machines. So that's the reason these kind of places are very noisy. So we can say mostly in the urban areas where there is any industry or the industrial area, these are very noisiest place. Apart from this, we can say public places like parks, railway stations, bus stands, all these places are really very noisy. So you can use these tips to answer the question. This was the noise topic about the noise. Hope you would have get some hints or some ideas to answer the questions like this. Let's have a look at the next topic. Next topic is about notes. Notes means to write down something in order to keep in mind what we have to do throughout the day. Here I have taken 4 questions. The first question is, do you often write notes? Do you often write down notes? So you can say yes or no. You may, it's your choice how you want to answer the question. Here I have given a hint. Yeah, whenever you are asked questions about often, it can answer like regularly, sometimes, or rarely. Why do we make notes? In order to manage our routine works. Sometimes we forget what we have to do throughout the day. So if we make notes, we can keep in mind that what are the tasks that we have to complete at a particular day. So that's the reason. Yes, I can say yes. No, I don't regularly make notes or write down notes. Yeah, sometimes when I have some important works and I feel that I may forget that works, I often make write down notes so that I could complete my whole works. The next question is, do you make a lots of lists on your phone? I think that's not a common thing. Most of the students or the people don't do these kind of things. So often on phone, yeah, always. Why? Yes, I can say yes. I make notes on my I make lots of lists on my mobile phones because this again helps me to do my all works on time. You can put an example. For example, I always possess a mobile phone, so I think that's an easy way to remember what we have to do. We don't need to carry any diary or any page. The next question is, when do you usually make notes? When do you usually make notes? It means you are being asked about that time. Obviously, on regular basis, we don't make notes. We often make notes whenever there is any important work that we don't want to forget. Let me take an example. If I have to pay any bill on a particular date, for example, credit card, electricity bill, or internet bills, so then obviously we make notes so that we could pay our bills on time. Even sometimes we have to buy the groceries or medicines for our family members, as grocery is really very important, so we need a list what we have to buy. So in these kind of situations, whenever we have to do these kind of tasks, I often make notes, you can see. The next question is it common in your country for people to write notes? Is it popular? Is it common in your country to write notes? Obviously, you can say it's not a quite common. Otherwise, you can give answer in 2 ways. First of all, you can say mostly youngsters don't like to make notes. They don't want to do these kind of tasks. But the mostly adult people who are very responsible, who know that it's really very important to complete a work on time, so they definitely make notes. So you can mostly, I think, not all the people involved in the activity of making notes on regular basis. Usually youngsters don't take interest in this, but I would say that adult who are a little more responsible, who know that they have to complete their works on time, they definitely make notes on regular basis. So in this way you can answer this question. And now, last but not least, the topic is chores. Chores means the activities or the works that you have to complete on daily basis. For example, it is a collocation household chores. Here again I have taken 4 questions with some hints how you can answer the questions. So the first question is, did you do many chores as a child? Who works as a child? All the children like to enjoy their life. So obviously you can say no. I haven't involved in any kind of chores during my childhood. I used to play with my friends or do some fun activities. So in this way you can answer the question of this. So next question is, What chores do you typically do now? At present, we have to do a lot of chores. For example, I have to do a lot of chores during the day. So here I can say, what are your regular? If I talk about myself, I do a lot of things. My main thing is to clean my room. Sometimes we can say this is a common activity that all the students or the people do at their homes. So we can say, yes, I do some chores at present. For example, I usually clean my room on regular basis. Apart from this, being a student or being a worker, it's my activity to make or write notes. So these are my common chores that I do on regular basis. The next question is, are there chores you dislike doing? Obviously, if I talk about myself, I dislike making notes. So I would say writing notes is the most difficult chore for me. I don't like this because it's quite boring. I have to spend a huge amount of time on doing this. Even I have to search for the content. So that's the reason I feel that this is very boring. Last question is, do men or women do more chores in your country? Obviously, in my country, most of the women do chores. As you know that women are mostly housewives, so they usually involve in the household activities. They do household chores like doing the dishes, preparing food, cleaning home, washing clothes. So these are the chores that women usually do. Even yes, I can say men also involve in these kind of activities. It depends on how you answer the questions. I would say mostly women do household chores because in my country most of the wives are housewives. Although some are involved in the working field in these days also, but most of the women are household. So they regularly involve in household chores. Like we can say, women more involved in these kind of activities. So students, these were the three topics. Hope you would have gained some knowledge, some idea, some vocabulary. Next video, I will bring some new topics on the cue cards and questions. So stay tuned and keep watching my videos. And if you like this video, don't forget to like it, share it, and subscribe my channel. Thank you.